Why is the North Star no longer pointing north? 3 days after the moon moved closer to Earth, sailors began reporting something strange. For centuries, navigators have relied on one star above all others, Polaris, the North Star. Unlike every other star in the sky, Polaris appears fixed in place. It sits almost directly above Earth's North Pole. For generations, travelers used it to find their way across oceans and deserts. If you can see Polaris, you always know where north is. Or at least, you did. On the third night after the moon anomaly, a cargo ship crossing the North Atlantic noticed the problem first. During a routine navigation check, one of the officers looked up at the sky and immediately felt something was wrong. Polaris wasn't where it should be. At first he assumed he had misidentified the star, so he checked the charts. Then he checked again, and again, but the chart said one thing, and the sky said another. Polaris had shifted, not dramatically, only a few degrees. But for navigators, a few degrees is enormous. Within hours, other ships began reporting the same thing. Different oceans, different crews, but the same observation. The North Star had moved. Astronomers initially dismissed the reports. Stars do not drift across the sky overnight. But observatories began checking their instruments anyway. What they found made no sense. Polaris itself had not moved. The star sits more than 400 light-years away. It could not possibly change position this quickly, which meant something else had shifted instead. Scientists began examining satellite data that tracks Earth's rotational axis. The results were subtle, but undeniable. Earth had tilted. Not enough to cause disasters. Not enough for most people to notice, but enough to move the sky. Enough to shift Polaris. And enough to confuse every navigator on the planet. Then, someone asked the question no one wanted to ask. 3 days earlier, the moon moved closer to Earth. Could the two events be connected? The calculations suggested something unsettling. The moon's new position could